What's up? What's up, everyone? You know me as Majesty, as usual. Welcome to the show. Hope you liked the opening. I hope you liked the opening that I did for y'all. And, I'd love to find a way to attach this to my shirt, for the time being. But, I can't do that right now. I really like to, but I can't. Anyway, let's just jump into it. Let me see. At the top of the boxing news, Audley Harrison has been hurt in a car crash. Audley Harrison. When was the last time I saw Audley Harrison? Oh yeah. Okay. So this completely shocking to the boxing world. It's a major blow to the heavyweight division. Audley Harrison has been hurt in a car crash. This wonderful heavyweight prospect was on his way to fight Ricky Hatton's bodyguard, probably and possibly his toughest opponent to date. This kid is going to be the savior of the heavyweight division. And when you go from fighting bums to bodyguards, you're moving the way up there. Pretty soon he'll reach Kimbo Slice's level. Yeah, he was on his way to matching levels with Kimbo Slice, and now he's been hurt in a car crash. Unfortunately, it was also in Vero Beach, Florida. But it seems like he's going to do all right. He's just sustained a wrist and shoulder injuries, so he's not going to be involved. What is it with the injury bug nowadays in boxing? First it was Vitaly Klitschko, which I expected. Then it was Oleg Maskaev, which I sort of expected. And now it's Audley Harrison. This is like the movie Final Destination, but for boxers. I don't understand it. Anyway, the Boxing Hall of Fame went off without a hitch. The California Boxing Hall of Fame went off without a hitch, and was held on Saturday. It was in the Sportsman's Lounge, and I think a lot of great legends were there. Sugar Shane Mosley was also there. I really think so. And the inductees: Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Vargas, who's also pulled out of his match against Ricardo Mayorga. Dang, this injury bug, man, it just gets on my nerves, seriously. And I'm just very appreciative that I'm just very appreciative that some of these boxers, they're still alive. They're not drug addicts. They haven't died in the ring. They've retired, and they stayed retired long enough to be in the Boxing Hall of Fame, with the exception of Joe Frazier, who I saw him and his man boobies, and I'm not going to get into that. If you want to call that a boxing match, I really pity that. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that Alex Bonilla, we haven't heard that name for a long time. He's returned finally with a win. He KO'd this guy named Farid Shahid, and I don't know if I got that name right, but it's a third round knockout. Alex Bonilla was actually supposed to be a very good fighter, but when he got I think he should have had a career against Bronco McCart, but he just kept on losing and stuff like that. And the middleweight prospect Michael Midnight Stalker Walker, he knocked out William Johnson, a fighter with 15 losses. I figure if you get to the point where you're 17-0, you really shouldn't be fighting people that have more losses than wins. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion and stuff like that. I don't think you should really call yourself a prospect if you're fighting. You're a could-be, but But also at the top of the news, as many of you have probably known, there have been scandalous photos of Oscar De La Hoya in cross-dress, circulating around the internet, doing poses and stuff like that. Oscar, and these photos are obviously photoshopped, and nothing's going to come from these photos. I mean, seriously, you could see him Photoshop. I saw a Photoshop image of Eric Morales in a bikini at a gay parade. I knew it wasn't real. But Oscar De La Hoya, the golden boy, cleanest of boxing, he has actually hired an attorney to go out and tell people that these photos are phony. And when you see photoshopped images on the internet, and Oscar De La Hoya immediately gets a lawyer to tell everyone the photos are phony when they obviously are, it kind of makes me question what Oscar really does in his spare time, because I don't know of any other boxer that would react this way. I really don't. I don't know of any other boxer that would react the way that Oscar did, where if you see photoshopped thing of you, hire an attorney to say it's not really me. Does he really think that his fans are that fickle? Or does Oscar do something that his fans don't know about? I think. Glenn Johnson. Next to him is Glenn Johnson. He was posted in an interview bashing Tyler, bashing Roy Jones, bashing Hopkins as the people that won't fight him and things like that. And you know, it's just a question of things. And he says he can't get any fights. So I was starting to hear some rumblings that Anthony Hanshaw, who just came off of a fight against Roy Jones Jr., and Roy Jones said that Hanshaw will be the one to take over the division after he's gone. I was hearing rumblings that, you know, Glenn Johnson was going to fight him. But Gary Shaw says that the fight's not happening. Personally, I would love to see this match. I would love to see Glenn Johnson against Anthony Hanshaw. It's a great place to view where Hanshaw's at and if he's really ready for the big time like Roy Jones thinks he is. Besides, Glenn Johnson needs a fight like that to prove he's still on that top tier level. He didn't really look as impressive in his last few fights. I mean, but if he faces Hanshaw and he beat him in a more impressive fashion than Roy Jones did, then you gotta place him on the top level somewhere at least. You know, I just think that's it. Journeyman favorite Martez Logan, he got knocked out by this guy named Lorano Tyner. I don't pay attention to that. Like I said, if you get to be 17-0, Tyner is 17-0 too with 12 knockouts. Yet he's fighting someone with 30 losses and 25 wins. You know, like I said, when you get to 17-0, I really don't think you should be fighting people that have more losses than wins unless you lack that much focus in yourself. You know, I really don't get it. Oh yeah. And after days and days and days and days of being respectful to Floyd Mayweather Jr., Ricky Hatton in the UK, he finally cut loose and talked trash about Floyd Mayweather in the UK in front of his boys. And it seems like Mayweather was very, very content. You know, he wore a Manchester United shirt to the press conference and things like that. I don't know whether it was to antagonize or to get the crowd on his side, but still, Ricky Hatton was respectful through the whole time. He didn't talk any trash. He said he never talked any trash about Floyd Mayweather ever. Wait, wasn't Hatton the guy that said you saw more fighting in this Castillo fight than you did in Floyd Mayweather's entire career? Pardon me if I'm wrong, but Hatton saved up all the trash talking for the UK pressure in front of his friends. I don't know what was up with Mayweather stroking his leg during when Hatton was talking, but yeah, I'm really not understanding that. I guess he was trying to shake his confidence, or maybe he wanted to send a tingle down Hatton's back. I don't know what Mayweather's trying to accomplish, but still, Hatton saved all his trash talking for Mayweather for the UK pressure in front of his boys, and I can understand that. Mayweather was actually surprisingly very respectful of Hatton at this press conference. It really shocked me. It's like when they were in America, Mayweather was the talker. Now when they went to the UK pressure, Hatton was the talker. You know, it was pretty amazing, and you know, I don't know. I just liked it. Sadly, there was in sad news. There was a lightweight by the name of Jackson Bussell who Friday he was battling Javier Garcia, and he made a very great account of himself. He gave all he could in that match from what I heard, and he collapsed after the bout and he died, and he was only 28 years of age. 28-year-old fighter, lightweight, just coming into his own in the prime years of his life, has died. You know, it's really sad when I hear that these boxers are dying. And when I hear these boxers are dying after these wars and stuff like that, it makes me hate people like Larry Merchant even more, who say that boxers, they should be trading with someone that's like 20 inches taller than them and weighs them by 50 pounds. He used to call Chris Bird a coward because he didn't stand and trade with Ike Ibuchi. Chris Bird was making Ike Ibuchi look stupid. I've seen that match. It was one of the very first Chris Bird matches I saw. He was making Ike Ibuchi look stupid. He was getting him frustrated, and Larry Merchant said he should stand and trade. And when Chris stood and trade with him, he got knocked the hell out. And you know what? That's what I can't stand people like Larry Merchant. He does not want to watch the art craft of boxing. He wants to watch a war. He wants to watch a slugfest. If you want to watch a slugfest, if you want to see a slugfest, then just go out in the middle of the street. Go to a school, go to the parking lot, go to a grocery store where this kid isn't listening to his mom. You'll see a slugfest right there, if that's all you want to see. And I really hope HBO gets rid of this guy, because he really brings boxing down a bunch of notches. How the hell can you say that you appreciate boxing as a sport, yet you will not let the artistry be written or drawn by the boxers that do that sport? I do not get that. Boxing is an art form. Get that through your head, Merchant. Boxing is not two people standing and slugging and trading with each other and not being able to talk and have guts in their teeth throughout the 10 rounds, ending their lives at 28 because of some BS. Boxing is an art form, hit and not get hit. And I swear, if you say that you're tired of seeing boxers and fight like they don't want to get their hair dirty, I will slap you myself, Larry Merchant.